Yeah, we finna get right back in it, man. Right back in it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Theme song. We back, man. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Hey, they turned me off. We was well into a good one, but we got turned off. You know what I'm saying? Hope my pros back out there. I ain't got none of my sights up right now. Let me turn this on. Let me see who's out there. I can see y'all chat with y'all. I ain't turned my chat, so yeah. So we we live. We live right now, getting y'all a little time to get back in here to catch back up, man. Put that back on the policy up there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Read that. Read that. Y'all catch up. Now, I was just on, and they took me off. Oh, my things went off in here. I don't know what was going on with that. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about the scorched earth policy, which is a real thing. Yeah, I'm trying to turn my chat on. It's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? Put that back up there. Let's Google that, you know what I'm saying? We can look at that real quick. Yeah, we can look at that real quick. Oh, that's the wrong one. That'll be this one. Okay, let's read it real quick. Scorched earth policy is a last-ditch attempt to deter a hostile takeover by making the target company unattractive to potential acquirers, okay? So we see what this is. It's something tactical, you know what I'm saying? Say tactics include selling our prize assets, racking up mountains of debt, and promise management substantial payouts in the event that they are one day dismissed. Now, okay, now we see like a lot of this stuff that's going on when they just tell us that it's God's will or that it's some kind of disaster dealing with weather or whatnot. But as you can see, they have a thing that's called the scorched earth policy that a lot of the stuff is how they was doing to obtain properties and whatnot by, burning up a lot of things. Now we're gonna play a video and bring y'all up to speed, because last time I was talking about the flood, how they flooded, and then the biblical thing, even going back to Noah, how Noah knew, you know what I'm saying? God told Noah, right? So that's kind of like what we call anomaly, so we can remember. I don't talk about none of this stuff in history books or in schools, and they just make us thinking that it's something natural happen or the weather is doing a lot of stuff, but the majority of this stuff is man-made events, okay? So we go play a movie when I did about the flood. I did an essay about the floods and how the biblical promise when the earth will be flooded by water again, it'll be done next time by fire. So we see in real time today in Canada that the wildfire going and it's spreading and causing, you know what I'm saying, the weather to be bad and the air and pollution to be bad up there in northern Midwest and in California. So we see what's going on. So let me bring y'all to speed. This is about the flood that I did a couple of weeks back, just to bring y'all up to speed, okay? So check this out. You can see the bottom of that. This picture is called Sacramento Secret. That's what it's called. Name of this pic. Sacramento's Secret. Okay? Now, I want y'all to look at something. Look at that picture real close. Okay? The flood. Okay? The 1918 Lake Erie flood. This is what's on the screen right here. All right? Yeah. Okay? Now, notice the water didn't stay there. And this is the day after, okay? Notice the water didn't. Yeah, I've been running my mouth, ain't even have my thing up. What I was saying was, a lot of these fires that we think are naturally happening or thinking that some kind of weather is doing that, but the majority of the fires are man-made and There's a reason they doing it, and they've been doing it for over 100-something years, since the late 1800s, early 1900s, on up until present day, okay? So we got some pics I'm going to put up and show you guys exactly what's going on, you know, and starting back then, working our way on up till right now, okay? See a couple of y'all out there. What's going on, big doggy? Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna walk right to it. Okay? Up on the screen. This is a paper clip from March 14th, 1901, California. We'll say Warpath, the town destroyed. Cloverport, Kentucky. You see that? We're just gonna read some of the stuff that's in here. Look, swept away by the fire last night. You see that? People homeless. Kentucky, what I say, Kentucky generosity come quickly to the rescue. Railroad company saying coaches and food. See, these be the people that be behind a lot of these things too. The railroad companies and all that, you know what I'm saying? That be, you know, behind the scenes causing a lot of these things. We're going to get to why they was doing it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring another one up. We're going to bring another one. Hopefully they'll keep us on. I'm going to just run back through it. We already talked about it in my preview, but they cut us off, so we're going to walk back through it. But here go another one, okay? Right here. You see that one there? Right? That's the San Francisco, that comes from the San Francisco earthquake of 1906, okay? And let's look at these dates. April 18th is when this happened. And for those of you out there that know about dates and how they affect and what they really mean, you know, whatnot, we will see that April 18th, when it's happened on 1 + 8 is 9, 1906, which is the mirror flip when you get the sixes in there. You know what I'm saying? And that was this fire. We got some close-up pictures that we could get and bring it a little closer. And because it was a big thing in 1906 in California, okay? Check this one out. It's the same picture, but let's just read some of the stuff they got down here. See, California climate apocalypse. You see that? Now, we're going to just look to the left right here. Okay, now we'll read up on that. Fire, heat, air pollution. The commentary is no longer in the future. It's here now. Okay? They were saying stuff back like this way back in 1906. We see that? Let's get back to it, right? Let's look at some of the stuff that's in the paper, though. Oregon resident standing ground. What the hell they mean by that? I thought stand your ground. Look at this shit. Oregon residents standing ground. Look at that. A bleak search for the missing. Like I said in the previous thing I said, right? The bleak, that word stood out to me. That word is anomaly. I remember that word for something. It stood out, right? We're going to pull that word up in a minute, okay? We're going to pull bleak up in a minute because that word stood out to me. We could go back to that. We can see this too right here. It's a sea of tall matches fills the forest in Sierra. That's way in across the water. That's way across the water. Because these things be happening simultaneously. Like when the George Floyd thing kicked off, and, you know, we were so uptight and we were so in tune over here in the United States behind the George Floyd thing, and we didn't know or wasn't paying attention that was happening. It was a George Floyd in several spots around on this planet at the same time. It was one in London when they had a guy down, had his knee on his neck, and it was somewhere else. I want to call out, but I know it was 3. It was George Floyd, it was one in London, I know London for sure, Paris, and it was one somewhere else. It was 3 that was happening simultaneously at the same time, but we were so focused over in the United States on George Floyd, okay? Now, Bleak. Remember that Bleak? I said about Bleak. Let's just see what Bleak. And like a lot of these entertainers and rappers and stuff, you be wondering how they come up with these ancient names and these names that have these subliminal messages and whatnot. Man, all this stuff is historical and it's ancient and it's weapons that they use against us. A lot of this stuff is weaponry. Okay? So, why is his name? Why we know his name and he ain't really as big as he's supposed to be, but everybody know Memphis Bleak. You know, where they come up with these names, okay? Now check this out. Bleak is an area of land lacking vegetation and exposed to the elements. Check this shit out. Yeah. Of a building or room, charmless, inhospitable, dreary. Look at this shit. Of the weather, cold and miserable, bleak. See what bleak mean, people? You know what I'm saying? Now let's get back to that, the diagram right there. Look at that. A bleak search for the missing. See? Those be anomalies, people. Like I said, we're just gonna run through these pictures and get pictures up, you know. I was able to talk. See, can I get this back up in case y'all want to chat? Do a little chat. Y'all with me out there, man? Y'all with me? Let me see, man. Wow. Are y'all with me? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me get this down. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get right along to it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all in there, y'all can catch up. You can always come back and see it in a minute. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run through the flicks. Okay? Get everybody caught right back up to where they supposed to be. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So we got this one right here. We got, this is the Great Seattle Fire. Okay? The Great. Anytime they call them things greats and stuff, it be those things. The Great Seattle Fire, you know what I'm saying? Destroyed much of the city's commercial. See? Now that's a target thing. It was targeting. That's a money thing. That's how you get rid of the money. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get rid of the money. And you want to see the people how they look that was doing the stuff? That's how these people was looking, right here. You know what I'm saying? That was anytime they bring them in, you know it's fit to go down. That's the Washington National Guards. This way back in the 1900s. Now what just happened? What just happened to California? What just happened to California now? If you go Google California, maybe about a month ago, the governor of California, he moved in the National Guards, okay? And they said it was for the fentanyl epidemic, but it wasn't. What's going to happen in the near future, they're going to start defunding the police departments, okay? And they already going to have the National Guards in place for when they do it and pull the police force off the, pull them out the way. They already have the National Guards in place. They just use that. They just gonna use that fentanyl thing as an excuse to get in there. Check this one out right here. Look at that fire. Look at the dude up on the top right there to the left right there. Look at that fool right there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So all these pictures come from them starting the fires. This ain't nothing telling us it's natural. It's coming from nature. To attain, we're gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing the picture of the fires, and they call them the Great Floods. When we did the flood last time, now you can see these pictures right here. They calling them the Great Fires. Same name, same anomaly in there, right? So we can remember They call this, remember, the Great Seattle Fire was part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Now, if we ain't caught up to the terms of the Lewis and Clark expedition, we're going to pull it up and we're going to see, remember what that was all about, okay? Now, the Lewis and Clark expedition was also known as the Corpse of Discovery expedition, okay? It was a United States expedition to cross the newly acquired western portion of the country after the purchase of the Louisiana Purchase. Get that? Okay? So the Corps of Discovery was selected a group of U.S. Army and civilian volunteers under the command of Captain Meriwether Lewis and his close friend, Second Lieutenant William Clark. So Bud is in on this shit. Look how they look, too. Ugly as fuck. And Clark and 30 members set out from Camp DuBose, which is, I guess, what they call Camp Wood now. You know what I'm saying? That's in Chicago, Illinois. Well, that's in Illinois on May 14th. Let's go them dates again, okay? It's 1804. They met Lewis and 10 other members of the group in St. Charles, Missouri, then went up the Missouri River. The expedition crossed the continental divide of the Americas near the Lemhi, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, okay? The Lemhi Pass, eventually coming to the Columbia River and the Pacific Ocean in 1805. The return voyage began in March 23rd, 1806. Now check this out. You got May 14th and you got March 23rd, okay? May 14th, 1 and 4 is 5, okay? Then you got March 23rd, 2 and 3 is 5, okay? At Fort Clatsop, Oregon, and ended September 23rd on the same year. 2 and 3 is what, people? 5, okay? Not making none of this up. You got to pay attention to the anomalies, okay? Get that ugly stuff back up. Look how ugly they is. These dudes part of this shit, okay? Okay? And as you know, that was happening in 1904, so they were strategically planning stuff that was going to take place in the future, okay? So as we come up to speed, they doing this way back in 1804, but when we come up to speed in what is now 1921? Yeah, 1921. Look what we get right here. Remember this? Okay? Black Wall Street, what all niggas know about. All niggas know about Black Wall Street, okay? All niggas don't heard about Black Wall Street. It's crazy. But what about these pictures? Look what this picture say. It say, somebody wrote on this picture, running the Negroes out of Tulsa. What is it, June 11th, 1921? This Juneteenth shit, all this shit going on right now? That's what this about? Huh? You see that? That's part of the Tulsa. Let's get another one up there. Let's get another one up there, man. Yeah, we're going to bring it up to speed. We're going to bring it up to speed, and hopefully you can remember. Starting to remember. Starting to remember. Look at that. Same place, Tulsa, okay? Little Africa on Fire, Tulsa, race riots. Oh, June 1st, okay? 1921. Oh, the Juneteenth shit still. They ride on us in June. They ride on us in June. Oh, you'd have been able to get down, put that fire up on us, you know what I'm saying? Tulsa. But it was more than one, it was more than one Tulsa, okay? It was more than one Tulsa. Yeah. Got another one, Tulsa. Got another one. And I want y'all to pay attention to these pictures, too, because, man, these people here, I ain't scared now. Just think if it was like they're telling us, if it was something that was, what they saying, natural, caused by natural disaster, what they keep telling us, right? Look at these people how they looking. This Tulsa too. Look how they looking. They made sure they burnt that shit down, okay? Hands on the hip, jacket. What is a Kango he got flipped backwards? Look at that. Look at that. Look what they did to us, man. Look what they did to us, man. For real, man. Look what they did to us, man. Another one. You guys burning back there. And see how see where the line was crossed at? How these buildings don't get none of that shit, and it won't get there. Because all those was the black businesses on back where it was burning. Y'all feel me? Scorched earth policy, man. Canada on fire right now. They tell y'all it's wildfire. Okay? And if you go back to my last learnable moment I did, we talked about how they flooded and burnt the trees up. They burnt down, they cut down a lot of them with the Paul Bunyan shit they had going on, the Paul Bunyan movement. You need to go Google that. When you got time, go Google the big trees of Florida. You know what I'm saying? The ancient trees that came down here and burnt down. White girl just burnt out one of the last ancient trees in Longwood in the 2000s, 2012. She went inside the tree, set the bitch on fire. Told everybody that she did it using meth, but that wasn't accurate. She wasn't doing it using no fucking meth. It wasn't accurate. She was a witch. She knew what time it was with that tree anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, check these pictures out, man. It's crazy. Okay? Look here. Look here. Look what happened when they did this shit, too. They don't just do it just to be doing it, okay? That's one thing they ain't gonna do. They ain't doing it just to be doing it now, okay? That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done, okay? Watch this here. Watch this here. Watch this here. We gonna read it. County put under martial law. 7 white, 68 Negroes dead. Fire rages. Do you see this? Let's read some of this shit. Black quarters burned to the ground. 4 guard units take charge. Barrett is put in full charge by the Robertsons. Look at the proclamation. Look at this shit, man. County put under martial law, trying to find a date. This is Tulsa. This part of the Tulsa. All this part of the, when they burnt up and took the people property. All this part of the same thing. Same event. Tulsa. What we know as Black Wall Street. Well, it was plenty of Black Wall Streets, okay? Even the same time. That was the 20s, right? Same time. The 20s, we just think, what about this right here? What about this right here? What about this here? 6 dead in race riots in Florida. Color section of town destroyed by fire. I'm going to read that again. Colored section of town destroyed by fire. Hey, let's look at this part down here real quick. Look, this Rosewood. This Rosewood. Remember they showed us another thing. They said it was cause, you know, the story when the dude came in and raped and all that crazy stuff, right? Look, it said Rosewood, Florida. This is January 5th. They go 5 again, y'all. They go 5 again. Okay? Associated Press, armed posses of white men numbered between 200 and 300. They got these movies, 300, all this bullshit. Tonight was scoring the countryside for Jesse Hunter. Escape color, it seemed like his name was made up and every motherfucking thing, okay? Escape color convict They always got to do that shit. Search from whom last night in connection with an attack on a white girl resulting in the killing of 2 white men, 4 colored persons, and wounding of 4 other white men. Sheriff Walker told the Associated Press tonight that the further trouble was unlikely. Now look at this, okay? This is crazy. They should, Sheriff Walker family should be still punished to this day. Yeah. Yeah, they should be punished. It's crazy. Yeah, so we gonna get it on. So you see that? The color section of town destroyed by fire. Okay? Okay, got a whole lot more, man. We're gonna keep it going, Got another one right here. Man, why the 15 minutes going up so fast on this thing? Oh, 10. We got another one for you right here. Yes, sir. Come on, man. Bring it up to speed, baby. Bring it up to speed. Let's read this. Whites gather for miles to slay Negroes. Look at this shit, man. No. You see that? Whites gather for miles to slay Negro. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Now, all this supposed to be part of just to, it's a policy. They can gain it a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? They can do a scare tactic. They just can't do everything by, a certain thing, but like we're seeing these fires and we're seeing these things, we're gonna walk this thing all the way up to our times. We're gonna come all the way up to these times with these fires and these anomalies, man. Okay, it's crazy. It's crazy how the thing do it. Last Negro's home raised in Rosewood. Let me say, Florida mob deliberately fired one house after another in block section. Negroes hide in woods. And they got y'all so scared of the woods. That's why I'm saying now. They're like anything. We don't even know how connected we are to nature, okay? And how we are so connected to the tree. That's a whole nother lecture. That we are really connected to nature. Nature will respond to us, especially in time of trouble and all that, man. The trees open up for us and release poisons, all kind of crazy shit, man. But they got us so scared of the woods. You know what I'm saying? I watched too much Friday the 13th, I guess, got us scared of the woods, you know what I'm saying? But look what they had to do. That's the only way they survived. Back then, that's the only way they were surviving, man. These people come fireballing under my, getting them up out they houses with this stuff, okay? So it wasn't no joke, man. Wasn't no joke. Can you imagine, like you talking about days time now, they just telling us stuff like anything, they tell us anything, really. You know what I'm saying? And we take it. With the flood, we believe anything because we're so caught up in social media and caught up in just so much stuff that deter our brain and take our brain away from what's really be going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I want oh, here we go right here. Yeah, I guess the Wi-Fi or something. Catching up on them. We got a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Look, bone crushing device used by, look at this shit. Bone crushing device used by a hooded band. This during the same time when they're saying the fire's going on and people being attacked by fire, this the same time, man. These people use a bone crushing device used by a hooded band. Look at this. Pathology testified victim of Morehouse parish gang were put to death on racks of torture. First reference to Klans and evidence given at yesterday's hearing. Revolting operation performed on Daniel. You see this shit, man? Look what kind of shit they was doing, bro. Tactics. Tactics, man. Yeah. Victims of the Morehouse Parish Gang. What that is? We need to go Google that. Morehouse Parish Gang. What that be about? I ain't heard nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard nothing about that. What is it? Suspect SLA hideout storm, 5 dead. Fire destroy house. Victim burned beyond recognition. Now this way for to get real greasy. I want y'all to start paying attention to these names. Especially SLA, the slaw. We're going to pay attention to these names now. Because it's going to get real, real tricky. And I want y'all to pay attention because this is what we got to remember. And this where the faces finna start being a part of the lecture. Okay? So I want to break away, but not. We finna go right through it. We finna get right through it today. Okay? So we got to remember this here. Now, suspect, let's read this. Suspected SLA hideout, storm, 5 dead. Fire destroy house, victim burned beyond recognition. Now look at that burn, look at that. You know that's a bomb, right? I'm gonna just jump the gun and tell y'all. Yeah, I know that's a bomb. Look at that. See that? Fire don't do that. That's a bomb, okay? 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 Boom. Now, that's the one we're looking at right here. Look what they was doing back there. Look what they were doing to them. They were getting down, man. They were doing worse than that. They were doing worse than that. They was getting down. We see that one. Here we go. We right back to it. Let's check this out. Rebellion ends in fiery death. Okay? And let's see. Let's read this. Just a little bit up. 5 members of the outlaw Sudanese Liberation Army, that's the SLA, okay, along with rap dreams of armed revolution, died ignominiously, ignominiously in a flaming South Central Los Angeles ghetto home. See? Look what they say. They bombed that bit. They bombed it. Okay? They bombed it. See that? Yeah. Got another one, okay? 500 law officers join in 2-hour battle. There go that 5 again too, y'all, okay? Law officers join in 2-hour battle in South Los Angeles. Then I went in 1800 from burning up the land, getting the land in 1900, Black Wall Streets and all that. Now, after the people done turned and kind of like, you know, survived it and found somewhere else to get at, they come back again with another round of it. This is in the 60s and the early 70s right now. So we getting on up. We getting closer. I was born in 72. So we're getting closer, you know what I'm saying? Now, the article at the top that I showed y'all earlier, this one here, we're going to get back to it, right, this one. Remember this article here? Okay, that was the top of these articles that I'm showing y'all we getting to, right? The article, this one here, is part of the Patty Hearst situation, okay? Y'all remember Patty Hearst, okay? They literally blew that fucking house up, okay? They was talking about in this article, okay? The police bombed that house, okay? There was a chief, the house they did this to, this was a chief that a chief that was on there, an Indian chief, that was black, that they tried to put against the Manson Helter Skelter. They wanted a color war, okay? They tried to do a color war. That was the Manson shit was all about. And the SLA, these was the people, the black gang, that they wanted to go head up with Charles Manson with the hippie kind of like rebellion and all that. And they wanted the SLA, this chief who stayed in his house, to go to war with the Helter Skelters, you know what I'm saying? And they both was taught in San Quentin in the 60s. The SLA leader, who was a chief, and Charles Manson. They both was taught in San Quentin by a CIA agent, okay? The same person that trained Jim Jones, and actually was Jim Jones' best friend, okay? The real Jim Jones, not the rapper, okay? But the member of this SLA, which was black, was the war they wanted to kick off because they framed the dude, and Patsy Hearst was the person that was kidnapped and was claimed to be held in this house by the SLA, Simonese Liberation Army, you know what I'm saying? And they thought she was in the house, and that was the reason for them going in there and doing, bombing that place up, so to speak, because she's supposed to have been kidnapped and held inside the house. Now this is the logo of the SLA. This is their logo. Now I got to get into a video. We're gonna play a video. Oh, let me see. Can I find that video, or did I put that video? Yeah, 37. Replay 37. Yeah, we're gonna get a video up. Right here. Okay. We got a video we're gonna get up right now, you know what I'm saying? So check this video out, and we'll come back and explain what's going on in the next segment. Check this out right here.
Official at this John U.S. stucco house at Compton and 54th Avenue here in Los Angeles. John, you have more.
Judd, we certainly do. We still have nothing official at this hour to say with certainty that the 5 persons who died in that shootout were actually members of the Symbionese Liberation Army. Dr. Thomas Noguchi is even now trying to identify the bodies.
I'm going to stop it right there for a second. Hey, you see that symbol right here with the 7-head symbol that I was showing y'all earlier? Okay? That's the symbol of the SLA, right? That symbol is, the 7-head snake is a representation of the niggas, okay? The niggas, okay? The N-E-G-U-S, the niggas, okay? He was the chief of the Klan, okay? So he's saying that he's the part of the original bloodline of the Earthborn, okay? With a 7-headed snake. So that's what this is representation of this right here. So we're going to get right back to the video.
Of which were burned beyond recognition. But all night long there has been rumor and speculation about the names of the victims in that house. Among those believed slain on East 54.
This guy right here, Donna Freeze. See him right here, Donna Freeze? Donna Freeze, that he was the leader. You know what I'm saying? He the one I told you about that was taught mind control, the techniques while he was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So when they told him that he should get out of prison, you know what I'm saying, get an army of niggas and go to war with Charles Manson and the hippie white boys. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? He did exactly what they didn't tell him to do, right? He went on his own. He learned all that shit. He became like a philosopher, you know what I'm saying? So he started the SLA, the Symbionese Liberation Army, you know what I'm saying? So that's where he started. So he was saying, like, them people need us to survive like we need them. You know what I'm saying? That was his main thing. So they was teaching him all that. He like, no, I ain't finna go to war and go on them people, go to war with these people, because, you know what I'm saying, them people need us to survive just like we need them. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to unite. And he was a hell of a leader, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's why they had to fight him the way you fight him, by blowing up the house, you know what I'm saying? By blowing up the house like I was showing y'all. That's why they had to fight him that way, you know what I'm saying? Because he fought to the end. Boy was bad. Boy was bad. It's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So all that was part of the framework that they did, framing them up, because they framed them is what they did. He didn't do what they trained him to do. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to unite. And that's what they didn't want to do. They didn't want to unite. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to throw some pictures out of them, you know what I'm saying? Get y'all caught up with it. You know what I'm saying? You remember, they trained him to do these things. They was training him to get out and, to go get the army. So they was telling him to go, rob banks. And, the government was letting him. They knew he was going to be robbing the bank, but that was still the framework, what they used to go after them. You know what I'm saying? So in the 60s, in late 60s, early 60s, mid 60s, end 60s, early 70s, the government was trying to start a, black and white thing. So they were using these people. As you can see, there go some of the members back there. You know what I'm saying? You can see their head. And you can see it wasn't there white, what we skin. I don't use the word white or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I understand about pale, and it's a whole nother story. But I don't use the skin shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas look just like us, but they ain't us. And they look like us. You know what I'm saying? You even had Nancy. That on the right, that's Nancy Lean Perry. I'm on the left. Y'all left, right there. The Chinese looking girl, that's Nancy Lean Perry. She look Chinese to y'all, don't her? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These people were well educated, peaceful, about uplifting their people. You know what I'm saying? And they burned them out, man. They went in there and burned them out. There was some in the middle, Camellia Hall. Yeah, these some of the members right here. Look at her, she was the daughter of a preacher. She was part of it. You know? That was coming, teaching the black kids engineering techniques and just, higher end science that she was doing for black kids in the neighborhood, man, See how the government was using these same people to get her. I'm just giving y'all some of the members, you know what I'm saying? William Wolf, he was a member as well. You know what I'm saying? This is still part of the government-sponsored fire program. It's still all the same. All this is still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, move siege cost city $1.2 million. That was I think that was the move. That was the move. That was the move thing we had going on. We're gonna kick back and let the video go.
4th Street, where the escaped convict Donald DeFreeze, known as Marshal Sin Q of the Symbionese Liberation Army. It was Sin Q whose voice, along with Patty Hearst, appeared on those recordings sent to the publisher Randolph Hearst. Also, Nancy Ling Perry, a former college cheerleader who once campaigned for Barry Goldwater and also worked for a time as a topless blackjack dealer. Kamala Hall, daughter of a Lutheran minister who once was involved in a career as a social worker in Minneapolis. and until she joined the SLA was known by her friends as an advocate of nonviolence. William Lawton Wolfe, son of a Pennsylvania doctor and dropout from the University of California in Berkeley. But we must emphasize all this is speculation, not based on anything official. 3 of the bodies were found underneath the floor of the burned-out house near air vents leading to the outside. Dr. Thomas Noguchi held a news conference a short while ago. We hope to have film of that news conference later on in this program. In the news.
You're gonna want me back in your arms. You're gonna need me one day. You're gonna need me.
Straight up, that's just how I feel. They gon' need a nigga one of these days. Straight up. Yeah. Pussy boy wanna play until it's out of my hands. A Gen 5, 40 cal poke out my pants. I'm tied in, so that mean that they gon' spin in advance. Ran laps around the country, I done made a few friends. High stakes on the table, I done played a few hands. I done lost a couple racks and I done made a few bands. I gotta see this shit in 3D, niggas say what you saying. I wanna show him this new toy, but I can't play with that man. Nut was renting through 1,000 from LA to Summer Hill. Bitch, I signed to the plug, I'm like, fuck a record deal. Right hand left a nigga, tell me how I'm supposed to feel. And I cried when you died, bitch, you fucked me up for real. For real. For real. Let it breathe. The vacuum sealer that you left, I gotta dip it in gold. Real one of a kind niggas, we gon' rip through the mold. Gold bottles in them hoes, they like to swallow. 10 toes down, it was me and Allah. I just found a pint of act, I need 1,000 a line. Country boy on the way, he said 1,000 was fine. Them niggas try to slow us up, but ain't no stopping us. Them bitches started getting heavy, had to drop my nuts. Put proactive on your face, bitch, we popping up. And I got arms everywhere just like an octopus. I got respect for any nigga that ever shot with me. I got a block with me, ain't got a Glock with me. I got a pie with me, ain't got that fire with me. If we crawl together, nigga, you can fly with me.
Man, that shit too smooth, man. That shit smoother than a 76 pimp, man. You hear me? What we gonna do with that shit right now, man?
We're gonna keep it moving, man. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna keep the campaign going. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna turn it on to the city and we're gonna take it from there.
Now, what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that war with the 3 of you. Just me.
There is a
You're a crumb creep coward. You can't take, you won't stand up to a man.
I'm standing up. We're not here to fight. We're here to get some answers to some questions. That's all.
I want to fight you.
Why is that?
Because you're a crumb, creep, lush coward.
You don't even know me, Mayor.
You are a lush, I can tell by looking at you. I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush. You're going to have a hell of a story on that one. Play every word of it, crumb.
The key.
Nah, that was the mayor, okay? I'm trying to find the video. That was the mayor of Philadelphia. He was talking about these people, he bombed them, okay? Where's that video? Okay, hold on. This is what he did. Yeah, this what he did, man. I'm trying to get it up. Every time I go to my thing, it shut me down for some reason. Right here. Okay? This what that this is what the man did. This is what he did. Okay? This is 85. It's 85, man. 85. Give y'all some of the faces on the people he did this to. Okay? Get y'all caught up speed or something, picture or something, you know. Y'all see that, man? I think I found it. Right. Check this video out, y'all, man. Then we'll get right back to it. Thank y'all for being
There is a small war underway on a street in Philadelphia tonight.
There was gunshots, thousands of rounds of bullets from the police.
Police moved in with tear gas and water cannon.
They wanted to kill our children.
I had recommended to use an explosive entry device.
The house shook. Smoke was coming in, so we knew they dropped the bomb on us.
Police allowed the blaze to burn an hour and a half before calling in firefighters.
I don't care what they said. There was no justification for what they did.
They done burn up 2 blocks. Explain that.
I never imagined that the government would drop a bomb on a row house in Philadelphia.
It's an embarrassment to the city of Philadelphia.
My name is Ramona Africa, and I was there when the police dropped a bomb on me and my family May 13th of 1985 and killed 11 of my family members. I was there.
I'm still alive.
I was born and raised in West Philadelphia. I went to Temple University and I was headed to law school. But after I met MOVE, I wanted to be a revolutionary. MOVE is a revolutionary organization founded by John Africa that believes in revolution, not in fighting and bloodshed, but true revolution. I joined MOVE in 1979. I was listening to what was happening with MOVE and could not believe that the cops were attacking MOVE the way they were.
Until today, there was a house in Philadelphia filled with people who for years confounded everybody. They called themselves Move and never said what that meant. They tried to live in the city as if it were the forest, ignoring modern plumbing, trash collection, or rat control. They offended the neighbors first and then the city, which ordered them out last year. Today, the city went to move them.
As firemen crawled forward with a water hose, shots rang out.
The Move 9 were 9 of our sisters and brothers who were arrested unlawfully for the murder of a police officer and given a 30 to 100-year sentence.
Last December, 9 Move members went on trial for the death of Officer Ramp.
Everybody knew that Move did not kill a cop because Move was in the basement. Officer James Ramp was standing up on street level, and the media said he was shot on a downward angle. So there's no way that Move could have shot him.
They wear their hair in dreadlocks because they reject combs as symbols of industrialization, which their back-to-nature philosophy opposes. Their basic goal is to overthrow the present system of government, which they consider to be corrupt.
People thought Move was crazy at that time because of the media.
They spew out obscenities when they talk.
Terrible language.
Rizzo said that he wanted Move out of Philadelphia.
It's amazing that this group has been running loose now for a half a dozen, couple, 3, 4 years that I know of, and they should have been in prison many, many months ago.
We moved into Osage Avenue because that was our headquarters. It was warm and loving. There was children there. We would take them to the park. That was mainly our day. Some people said we was on the loudspeaker day and night, every day. That was just a lie, probably promulgated by the police along with the media. We were getting along with our neighbors and nothing was going on. That's why we were surprised and shocked when hundreds of cops invaded our area trying to throw Move out of our home. And this was on Sunday, Mother's Day.
There is a small war underway on a street in Philadelphia tonight. It has been going on all day between hundreds of Philadelphia police and a bizarre back-to-nature group called Move.
Nothing happened all day, but that night, Gregor Sambor, the police commissioner, got on a loudspeaker and said, "Attention, Move, this is America. You have 15 minutes to come out." Well, obviously we didn't come out because we knew they wanted to kill us. They didn't want to arrest us. They could have done that anytime.
It was shortly before 6 a.m. when police moved in with tear gas and water cannon to evict members of the extremist group Move.
When we were in the basement for a while, we didn't feel anything. And then the water started coming down on us. I mean, rushing down on us.
What we intended to do was to create a diversion on the roof of the Move compound.
It was hard to breathe. Our children were soaking wet. And then they started with the tear gas.
Tear gas started coming in. We got the blankets and they was wet, and then we put them over our heads and started laying down.
They blew a hole in the house to the left of us to try to come through it to come after us.
What we wanted them to do was to come out of the front of 6221 Osage and surrender.
We tried to get out after that. We tried to bring the kids out and was shot back into the house.
A gun battle erupted.
They shot over 10,000.
Look, you gotta know too, man. They dropped a bomb, you know what I'm saying, from a helicopter that caused these on these people, you know what I'm saying? And it's the mayor of the city of Philadelphia that was behind the reasoning for all this, right? But we got to understand, too, the reason why they can do this, you know what I'm saying? And they don't got to go to no international court or none of this because, you know what I'm saying, we're in a police state, see?
Bullets. So that was their intent, to kill everybody in that house.
I don't think that they should kill the people and their babies. They should find another solution.
After that, that's when the silence was. It was a long interval of silence, and we didn't know what they were doing. We felt comfortable for a minute. And then the bomb was dropped. The house shook. It shook. And then we start feeling the heat and the smoke, which we knew wasn't tear gas. We knew there was a fire in the house. We heard the crackling of the trees that was...
Yeah, they're in a police state up under martial law. And we've been in a police state up under martial law ever since the second Constitution, okay? Ever since the second Constitution was, the secondary Constitution was enacted, okay? We've been under martial law. Ever since they inserted the interim government, people, we have already been in martial law, okay? And established that under the United States Corporation, okay? So anything that happened over here is treated like it happened in prison or in our communities. So when that shit happened in our communities, when we welcome it in, they handle it like a prisoner, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? Just like they say, these are war tactics, that you can use that term war. As long as they can use that term war in our communities, they always gonna be able to bombard it. They always gonna come in military style. We see them how they come in and kick the houses in and shit in the hoods, okay? That's the reason they come military style, because on us, they have to operate in a different fashion. When we think they operate under law, they don't have to operate under law at all. They come to us at military fashion because it's an interim government, meaning the military, they strategically come in on us, right? Using that way to come in, and these tactics been going on since the 1800s and on up to now, how they get to come in and bombard us, because as long as they get to use the word war, when you're at war, you have different laws. When war is not laws, you just wait till it's over, and the international government, they come in and see what laws was committed pertaining to war. You know what I'm saying? And when they're doing the court martials and all that. But as long as they use the word war, remember, they still using the word war on drugs on us, okay? So as long as they're using the word war, they can do these things to us. No?
Back of Osage.
The night skies over West Philadelphia, bright with flames. As many as 60 buildings may be on fire.
I was told, and I saw newspaper issues about people yelling to the firefighters to put the fire out. Why wasn't they putting the fire out?
They dropped the bomb on the house to take care of one move family. One move out, they done burn up 2 blocks. Explain that.
It was all in the newspaper.
Remember too, people, this is an occupied territory, right? So you remember, when you're in an occupied territory, every land that's under the occupied territory is subject to the ones that's running the interim government. That's what the Taliban and all that shit was all about. The Taliban overthrew the interim government. See? Know what I'm saying? Remember, this is an occupied territory, okay? So we have to understand, they never stop bombing us. Never. They never stop bombing us.
At Sambor told the fire commissioner to let the...
Never stop burning us up either. Never stop burning us up, okay? Flowing us out. They're still doing it. That's why they build levees, and that's why they build dams. That's why they make the reservoirs, you know what I'm saying? In order to flood out cities when necessary. That's the only reason for
fire burn.
The fire burned for an hour and a half before police called in firefighters. Tonight, it is unknown exactly how many MOVE members may have escaped the blaze, or how many, perhaps, were trapped inside.
We all.
Remember too, no international court can get involved. No martial court can get involved in no conflict while they're at war. You have to wait till the war's over. So, okay, all this go together too.
Decided we was coming out, and we were bringing the children out of the house and hollering to the police, we're coming out, we're bringing the children out. And their response was gunshots. Bertie was right behind me, so when I decided to come out, I grabbed him. And that's how we both got out of that house, that blazing inferno. Police grabbed me and arrested me and put handcuffs on my arms, even though I was burnt. And they grabbed Bertie and put him in a police van and took him away. I never saw him again. In the hospital, I was looking for the rest of my family to come in, and nobody came in behind me, and that's when I knew some of my family, at least, were dead.
Philadelphia police this morning continue searching for more bodies in the burned rubble of a West Philadelphia neighborhood.
One by one, more bodies of MOVE members were found in the rubble of their fortress home. The toll now higher than most had expected.
5 children and 6 adults. Nobody was ever arrested for the murder of my family. Nobody went to jail but me. I was arrested. I was the only one put on trial for arson, conspiracy, everything that they did, they charged me with. The jury found me guilty. I was sentenced to 16 months to 7 years. So I did the whole 7 years. I haven't been back to Osage Avenue since May 13th of 85.
You gotta know, man, that, bro, these people, like, ain't none of this stuff over, you know what I'm saying? They still get down, they still doing what they've been doing. That's the sad part. And none of this stuff over. It's just we have to remember and understand how and why a lot of this stuff is happening. If you can feel my drift, if you can get my drift, you know what I'm saying? Got another pic we're gonna put up. Y'all remember this fella right here? Y'all remember him? Y'all remember that fella right there? David Koresh. Look like he's standing in the old Motown. You know what I'm saying? Look, I've been in them parties before. Remember they told the story about this boy here? You know what I'm saying? You know the FBI edited his videos in the news, man? They really made people believe, like, they did a thing tonight. He was declaring that he was Jesus and all that. The FBI edit his videos to make it look like he was saying that. So AI gonna be some bad shit now. They don't tell them what they'll do to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Yeah. That was the excuse to go in there, man. That was the excuse to go in there. He would call himself the Messiah, and you remember he the Waco, he had all the people, they went in there and burned them out, and the kids and stuff. Remember? But what he was doing, he was buying replica guns. You know what I'm saying? That he could make them go live. He would buy a replica gun that he could make go live or make active, make the gun fire, okay? And that, at that point, that wasn't even illegal, okay? He wasn't doing nothing illegal, you know what I'm saying? But they just like, oh, he got guns, he got a church, he got members, you know what I'm saying? It was probably like immoral, but it wasn't illegal, you know what I'm saying? So, but the government looked at that situation like, no, he can't have that type of control. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a thing, it's a movie called, damn, I forgot the name of the goddamn movie. Oh, The Ruby Ridge. It's a movie called The Ruby Ridge. Documentation, right? Y'all need to check this one out right here. The Ruby Ridge, okay? They talk about, they depicting like this, like, you know what I'm saying? They attacked the people that were living off the grid in this movie, like they did, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in this movie right here, the FBI, you know what I'm saying? They used the Alcohol and the Firearm Act. Okay, the FBI attacked them. They used the Firearms and the Alcohol Act. You know what I'm saying? So they attacked them. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first George Bush, too. You know what I'm saying? Gun fanatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, get them out of the motherfucking hand. These people here, they can't have no motherfucking guns. We don't want no motherfuckers. So that movie was depicting the people that was part of this movement right here. So it ain't always a black thing and all that. You know, you got to look at these people, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't always a black thing. They worse. They worse. See, they tried to lock him up in prison, but they couldn't. I think the charges they stick on him. They tried to kill his ass. Government, police. Yeah. So what happened was he fought back because he was on tribal land, and they tried to come on tribal land and get him. So he was in the right. He was in the right hand. You know what I'm saying? You can't have blood in the right hand when you're in the right. So you could kill, kind of like stand your ground. You kill a motherfucker when you're in the right. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So they was trying to come and get him off of tribal land. And how they were able to do it is when they let this fella right here come over here. Okay? Yeah. Remember him? It's Kozar, man. Karzai. When they were talking about him in Afghanistan and shit. He the leader. Remember that motherfucker? You can't head of state. The U.S. appointed him head of state. You know what I'm saying? He became the leader of the interim government in Afghanistan. They were trying to throw the Taliban in fight. The government put him over to take out the Taliban, okay? Because they became occupied territory. Once you become occupied territory, hey, man, they can set up shop, do all this bullshit. That's how they come in and intervene. You know what I'm saying? So the Taliban, they overthrew the motherfuckers, okay? You know what I'm saying? The Taliban is a tribal entity that's on that land, okay? Our government appointed a corporation through this fella, which was backed by Halliburton, you know what I'm saying, to do all the renovations over there after they done fucked the shit up, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Under the government, what they call the government restoration contracts. It was doing that under that, you know what I'm saying? So the United States paying billions of dollars to Halliburton. Dick Cheney was on, the board of Halliburton, and all the Bushes, and even Obama got stock in Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? They invested to build that pipeline. Remember, from the certain land over to that Persian Gulf? Yeah. But they couldn't get through that Taliban. So what they did was try to replace the government. That's what that shit was all about. Okay? And this is how the United States government corporation was put in power over us. They did the same maneuver. You know what I'm saying? It was taking out people like this fella right here. Over in Kenya, over there in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Laurent. Kabila, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker Kabila had to take him out. Big boy. Big dog. Kabila. Had to go over there and take Buddy out, man. Okay? Because he knew, he found out he was the head of state of Africa. He was the very first head of state to die, too. When I moratorium for that, what I do, that executive order restriction shit. He the first one to get assassinated. Big dog right here. blowed his top off, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason he was a problem because, you know, so he put a stronghold on the corporation. All them corporations holding their shit over there in Africa, man, he was fucking them. He was give him the bread. What you got for me, boy? What you got? But once he did that, he was a marked man. They used him. Yeah. So they used him in that neutralization program, man. They had the CIA shit, nigga. They put them boy through them MK Ultra program, put his nephew through that shit, you know what I'm saying? He was the first on the list to be neutralized in Africa. This fella right here. Big dog. You know what I'm saying? Then they had to go get Big Dog right here. Had to go get this fella right here, man. Okay? Big Dog, you know what I'm saying? It's Patrice Lumumba. There was a bad man. They were scared of this joker here. They were so scared of this nigga, boy. They were scared of this nigga here. This nigga here? Oh, my God. Now, he did not play the radio, okay? This was a real, there was an Africa Malcolm X. But he was oh, my God. When I say Malcolm X, shit. Malcolm X, Malcolm X was bad, but this was a bad boy right here. Look here. Check it out. The Congo, he was leading the Congos, man. Okay? Yeah. It's African Malcolm X. If you study this fella, and you see what they did to him and how they killed him, they had to dig him up. They dug him up, man. The French general that dug him up, he stated they were terrified of this man, okay? So they killed him, they had to dug him up, cut his body all up and all kind of shit to make sure he couldn't come back, man. The general was scared of him. He was scared of him even in death, man. He was scared of him in death. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why he was scared, this is why he was scared of him. This picture right here. These pictures he took. That's why he was scared of him. Okay? See that point? See how he pointed his finger? That's called a raised pointed finger. It's called a raised pointed. It's what it's called. It's ancient. It's finger. You command the troops from the dead with that point. Okay? You can command the troops from the dead. They were like, they said, don't point at me. Remember we used to come up like, don't point your finger at me, my mama ain't dead. Remember we used to say that shit? We ain't never know why. Huh? These the people we need to know about when we're studying about the Pan-African movement, about who's the clean person, who's the dirty, who's the clean. We need to know about these type people, man, if we're going to be able to, you know, to see through it. And the people try to, y'all still want, y'all, they mad because people changing the books and all that. You sure want to change the books, man. You sure want to change the books. What about Steve Biko, man? Steve Biko, man. They scared of him too. They scared of him too. Okay? Okay? Mandela, matter of fact, was on his way to meet this fella right here, man. Okay? He part of a powerful tribe, okay? You know what I'm saying? Powerful tribe, okay? Now look here. Look how you had a trader right next to you every time. Look how you had a good one in the dirty one right next to you every time, okay? Okay? See the guy on the right? He was a field general, you know what I'm saying? The guy on the left side got sold him out. They part of the Mama tribe, okay? They rebelled against the invasion of Africa. When Africa got invaded, that was the thing. But the one on the left with the hat on, he took the fucking dirty side, okay? Then he became head of Kenya. Then he sold it out to the resistance when he got in power. He made deals with the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? They so-called ended the conflict, right? So he'll give them a stronghold in one of the strongest tribes over there, the Mama tribe. They got books about them and everything. Y'all should get this book out about them, you know what I'm saying? The Mama tribe, man. Right here. See that? Yeah. Mama tribe, man. They got stories about them and everything. They couldn't do nothing with these boys. Okay? These are spirits that's still around in these young fellas, and they know the spirit, they know the bone structure, they know who they is tribally wise, and you wonder why they messing with certain people. Okay? And it's the same thing. They tripping by Ghana, and I just showed you the right-hand man, what he did, and it's in war. Okay? Okay? It's in war. Land of the Jackal. That's what that mean, man. It's a movie called Rosemary Baby. They talk about this. They portraying this, you know what I'm saying? The Jackal was the baby father, you know what I'm saying? He was buried in Israel. It's a story about like the Antichrist too. You know what I'm saying? So the deeper you start getting into the Pan-African studies, you start finding out who was the dirty one, who was the good ones. Then you start seeing those same anomalies, those same transitioning over here. You know what I'm saying? This is Fred Fannin. Fred Fannin. He the one I was telling people about, me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? He got these good books talking about the same thing, talking about black skin, white mask. Yeah, black skin, white mask. There's a lot of niggas behind this shit, bro. A lot of niggas behind this shit, man. Yeah. For real. Good books to read. Good books to read. Good books to read. Let y'all marinate on that. Write them down. Yeah. Look like that jailhouse pit, huh? What y'all know about Walter Rodney? I'm going to tell you a little bit of Walter Rodney. All these people was part of Pan Am studies. You know, they were giving us all the issues that they was faced with over there, so we could match our issues that we were faced with over here. And then what they do, they make the adjustment, and that's how they decide find out our cultural difference between the two. So they would tell us, we from over there, and the people there, including them, are the same ones involving us, invading us. So they tell us we from over there, but they're the same one invading the motherfuckers that's over there. You know what I'm saying? So this all what they call the confraternities. This is what this shit was all about. You know what I'm saying? They throw a rock, hide the hand, start the problem, then they have a solution for the problem. Once they offer a solution for the condition, they're gonna become worse because they're the one that created the goddamn problem. Okay? That's the whole throw the rock shit, man. Throw the rock, hide your hand. Start the problem, have a solution for the problem. Okay? This the tactics they play. Know what I'm saying? This is one of our last bad boys we had, man. Right here. Oh, goddamn Maurice. Oh, goddamn Maurice, man. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, Maurice, man. He's one of the last bad boys we had, man. They had to kill them all. They start the coups, and they make the best friends and somebody close get them. You see who we with right there? You see who we with right there, don't you? Okay? CIA assassinated him, know what I'm saying? Yeah, in 83. He built the very first international airport in Grenada. America couldn't stand him, they hated him, okay? Now go listen to some of his speeches. And I'm gonna leave off with that. That's Maurice Bishop. I'm gonna leave everybody off with some homework. Go pull up Maurice Bishop and listen to some of his speeches. And with that, love. I'm out of here. Peace. Bum, 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 bum.